Hi, friends. Coming at you live from my kitchen here in Costa Rica. I'm actually bouncing around between two places. This is my home, and then I'm also going through a somatic therapy program. And so I'm staying in another place up the road. So I'm here getting laundry done and doing all that before I go back for tomorrow. So, I wanted to share a download and vision that has been coming through that hopefully will support you in your nows. So, y'all ready for this? You ready? You ready? You ready? Ah, it is a very potent time on the Earth grid right now. The Earth is shifting her energetic matrix as she is rising her consciousness. As her consciousness is lifting and ascending, her pattern, her physical is also shifting. Now, we're seeing this in the form of hurricanes, hurricanes that are coming up to California, fires, fires, floods, things that are really abnormal. And we cannot say that it is climate, that it's this global warming because the globe is not warming. First of all, I don't even know if it's a globe, let's be honest. And it is not warming. We're actually getting ready to go into a cooling phase. That's another story. My points. The geologist in me wants to come out. So, with this new grid that's coming online with the Earth, that means that our physicals are doing the same thing as well. And every part of the Earth, not every part, but there are certain ley lines of the Earth, not just the ley lines that we know of, but there are other lines, there are other gates, there are other potent areas of this earth plane. So as they start to shift and activate, clear, move, we are going to be doing the same thing. And it's one of those like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? It doesn't matter. It's all happening. Are we affecting the earth and her shift? Of course. Is she affecting us? Of course. Which is happening first? It doesn't matter. We're all one. And we can look at who is creating some of these climate changes, like in Hawaii. We can look at, because it wasn't a natural, that's not natural. The fires that are also happening in other parts of the country, Canada, those aren't natural. When we look at flooding, some of that is not natural. There's a lot that's happening. And we can look at who's creating these war zones, and we can get really upset and we can blame them and all of that. And here's the thing. Some of these events are extremely friggin' tragic, and so many people are losing their human life experience. Okay? They're dying. The interesting thing about this is that until and unless we still come together, we will not impart a change, and this will still continue to happen. A butterfly thing just came in here. So the more we blame anyone or anything outside of ourselves, the less aligned we will be. The less aligned we will be, the less um, easeful our ascension process is. It's legit. It's like a quantum math equation, and we're all here to move through this program up level. So what this is looking like in the physical body right now is a lot of solar plexus activations. The solar plexuses that are activating are clearing density that have prevented us from showing up fully. Now, keep in mind that many of us are getting new missions here on this earth plane. We're stepping into our adult mission. Many of us have been in our training ground, our boot camp. We've been in the process of learning and experiencing and healing and clearing. And we are now getting a new mission here on earth. For us to do that, that means that we have to show up in a different way. That is our solar plexus. The energy and emotion behind that embodiment is that of joy. If we have frequencies that are disrupting the energy and expression of joy within our entire field, we won't be able to fully step into our next mission. We won't be able to hold the frequency, the embodiment, and we won't be able to be of service as we have been called to do. With this activation of the solar plexus, it's going to look different for everyone. It is. And some of the signs or symptoms that some may be experiencing are anything physical in the solar plexus area. Upset stomach, nauseousness, like that kind of queasy stomach, just like something's not sitting right. You might also be experiencing it in your joints, like your neck, elbows, knees, and ankles. Possibly your hips. That is based on one energetic body reading. It will also be affecting the solar plexus activation, possibly the heart and the throat and the root. The root, because we are stepping into a new reality, a new life. That's literally our root, our sense of stability, of security. That's us remembering too that we are fucking stable. We are secure. I am safe. I'm protected. I'm divinely guided. Yes, we're going to anchor that into this deeper knowing. It's moving up through the solar plexus, like I said, going into the heart. This heart of like, no, this is my divine mission. Ain't nothing gonna get in my way for this. I am not going to let anything stop me. This is what I am here to do, what I'm here to be. This is my mission. It may not be completely clear in the third eye or the human eyes, but the heart knows that it is here for something bigger. As the throat activates, that means that we will be speaking from this new lens, this new knowing. It's like if you've ever had one job and you go to another job and you had been a secretary and now you're a manager. It might be a little bit weird to say manager. This one time I got married, I found it so very hard to say fiance after I'd been saying boyfriend for so long. And then when I switched to husband and then to ex-husband. So these labels, it feels weird to say because it's new. So we're activating new octaves of speech, not only because we're going to be identifying ourselves in new ways, but the words in which we speak with these new missions and assignments will in fact be different. They're of a higher octave, a higher frequency, and they're a higher resonance in the collective field of the quantum energy that we are. So that means that the words that we'll be speaking will come from more of an alignment area of the human. So if you have an energy that's being pulled one way or another, you have a distortion in your field, a wobble, as I like to call it, then the sounds in which you create will fall flat on the new earth grid. We don't need that right now. We need words to fucking land. We need words to fucking stick, anchor in, and fucking sprout. We will not be able to hear voices that aren't confident and anchored and able to be projected with this energy of the heart coming out. It's not going to work. We cannot be meek in our voices as we step into these new assignments. So as these things are clearing physically, energetically, and then physically, again, you might feel this discomfort. If you have programs still running in your quantum that are holding you back, you need to clear them. You can call me, I help with that. You need to clear the programs. We're at the point in the game, in the matrix of life, that we need to be clear as a bell and continually be able to update our program every single time there's an update. These updates are coming as solar flashes, solar flares, CMEs, coronal mass ejections. They're coming in as solar codes, and they are coming in quickly. which means that we don't have time, space, or the grace to let our alignment slide. If we get thrown out of alignment, which we will because we are still human, then we get to quickly rectify and realign, and not placating some bullshit and not lying to ourselves and not sweeping it under the rug. That won't work anymore. Now, this message is to all of the beings out there that are the light workers, the energy workers, the healers, those that are here to consciously create the new earth, create new systems, new ways of being. You have a higher mind. You know that you're here for a fucking reason. And if you're watching this and you're like, I mean, I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do with my life. I don't know. Let me drink my frappuccino. That's not what I'm drinking. I'm actually having cacao because, she's my homie. Um, then you may not be here to hold certain frequencies, and this message is not for you. No judgment. This is a very direct message for a higher frequency consciousness that knows that you are here for a purpose, to be of service, to create the new earth. I can go into timelines and I can go into anything as possible, and I can go into it's all fucking now anyway, and it doesn't matter. The new earth is already here, so fuck that shit. I can go into all these things, the split of the earth, the split of the mentality. It's the split between the man of clay and the man of iron. It is the split of the old world and the new world. It's the split between the Bible and the new fucking book that's written after the Bible. There is a split in time, and it's the split in time that says I'm going to still live in this matrix of time of the Gregorian calendar that says there's only 12 months, and that there's holidays that are fucking bullshit and made up, and seasons that are told that is when we should start everything new, even though that's literally in the dead of winter, which is so fucked up, but that's a whole other story too. Or we can go into the new time matrix, which is that of divine timing. It's that of the lunar solar cycle. It's a natural timeline. When we tap into and live in the natural timeline, we then tune in and attune with the natural frequency of the higher harmonic new earth resonant field. We will then have a solid leg to stand on, literally and figuratively, as we create this new earth and speak up for what we need to speak up for, so we can deliver the messages, deliver the support, deliver the empowerment, deliver the frequencies, deliver the light, whatever it is that you're here to deliver, to share, to show up as, to emanate out from everything that you are. You'll have a solid leg to stand on. So we will be, that's the split. The split is in the time matrix. Those that are still in the 12-month cycle is in one time loop. We'll visit that all day. The other time loop is more of a 13-month. It's a lunar cycle. When we tap into the natural time matrix, it's a whole other energetic field. So we're having the solar plexus activation, which is really a full embodiment and expression of who we are and who we have designed ourselves to be. Whatever physical ways this is showing up for you, my invitation is to give yourself a shit ton of grace. You may find yourself like, yes, like this is amazing. Like it could feel so good. Like everything is just coming online and just it's working out beautifully. And it may not feel that way. For me, everything is copacetic. Everything feels really easy peasy. I'm feeling it in my physical body. I'm coming into awareness of some physical manifestations in my joints. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I'm integrating more light into these areas. Okay. Like, I get it. Like, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to integrate this light and then emanate it out in the way that I do, as are you. So, my invitation is to take your body seriously with whatever messages it's giving you. And then don't band-aid the messages. Don't blame for the messages. Don't shame for the body's messages. Rather, love your body and honor the messages, or decipher the messages, or contemplate the messages, or just sit with the messages. or be in curiosity about the messages that your body is giving you, because your body is its own consciousness, life force energy that wants to continue to live, because life just wants to do that. Life just wants to live. Your body is with you for you. Your body is like a trooper, yo. Your body is like, yeah, I want to be here. I want to survive. I want to thrive. I am here for this. Yes, I am. Buckle me up, buttercup. So the body's going to start getting a little bit louder. If you are willing to be open to listening, again, that's the throat. That's the listening aspect of our throat chakra. Listening to communication. As we listen to these communications of our body, we'll be able to take better care of it, and we'll continue to ascend with more ease. The easier we ascend, the way that shows up is that we get just more support. The universe is supporting us always in all ways. But we'll experience it more openly and more freely the more I am in my alignment, the more I'm living with harmony, in harmony with my body. So we're having a lot of solar plexus activations. The earth herself is starting to move. She is starting her sacred shift, because enough of her children on board have shifted enough. We'll still continue to shift, trust, and we have gotten to the point where she can start to do her thing. So that is the download. If you are seeking support in finding out your mission, clearing your quantum, shifting your energy, getting out of some old, outdated programs, if you have any questions about any of the things that I'm talking about, please feel free to go to janetheguide.com, and you can send me an email and you can schedule a private one-on-one session with me. Because I'm in Costa Rica, my schedule is very limited right now because I'm doing this program and getting a lot of downloads and working with a lot of the people that are here, that are already here holding a certain frequency. So I appreciate all of you so very much for being in this timeline with me. It is a great time to be alive, in my humble opinion. And I will be sharing on my Patreon some quantum clearing meditations that will support this transmission that I just shared. So if my transmission just now, you're like, fuck yeah, and I want some support on that, and you don't really want to do a private one-on-one, you can become a member of my Patreon, and you can watch the meditation that goes along with this that will help to align this energy and clear it and balance it. So I hope y'all keep taking care of yourselves and keep taking care of each other. Keep giving yourself as much love as possible, and love all your brothers and sisters on this earth plane, yo, because shit is changing. It's getting exciting to me anyway. So I love you all so very much, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.